While I may not have been to any rooftop parties, I've played console-quality games like The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on the train, and then sat down on my couch to see them on the big screen. Daily use has forced a few design flaws into the light, but the Switch has easily solidified itself as one of my favorite consoles. I don't feel like I've paid for the Switch's mobility with the quality of the games it plays. It's undeniably an underpowered system compared to the PlayStation 4 or Xbox One, and that sacrifice of graphics power is noticeable in ports like Doom. But the fact that I can play Doom on the go at all is impressive. The image and color quality of the Switch's 720p LCD display looks great. That's good because I play my Switch in handheld mode 80% of the time, and my pre-launch concerns about the 3 to 4 hour battery life proved not to be a problem even on a long daily commute. The 6.2-inch screen is an excellent size for single-player games, but does get too small in split screen. Docking the Switch will give a nice resolution bump to most games for your TV, though that can vary. The base dock is fine enough, but it is needlessly big compared to some third-party options, and can even scratch the edges of your screen if you aren't careful. It's frustrating that no official alternatives exist, and that Nintendo warns third-party options could break your Switch entirely. Docked or handheld, I've fallen in love with the Switch's Joy-Con controllers. They're available in a variety of cool colors and satisfyingly snap on and off of the sides of the system. The Switch empowers you to make the decision of how to play, with different Joy-Con combinations, the Pro Controller, or even a GameCube adapter available. Using a single sideways Joy-Con is still too cramped for adult hands, but the buttons themselves are responsive and satisfying to press. I do miss a proper D-pad and analog triggers though. General wear and tear have revealed a couple design flaws since release, like a common cosmetic issue with the Switch's battery expanding and cracking the plastic. This isn't something I've experienced, but my left Joy-Con has loosened, letting me detach it without pressing the button. Thankfully that hasn't happened while playing, but deterioration like this makes me nervous about the Switch's long-term durability. Is it coming to Switch has become the battle cry of this console generation, and thankfully third-party developers are flocking to Nintendo's newest system with a deluge of cool games. Ports like Rocket League, Stardew Valley, Hollow Knight, and Dragon Ball FighterZ are all excellent, with more like Civilization VI and Warframe on the way. Bethesda has also shown impressive support, with ports of Wolfenstein 2, Doom, and Skyrim, though at a noticeably reduced graphical quality. The catch is that the Switch's comparably weak hardware has made this year's biggest games, like Monster Hunter World, Red Dead Redemption 2, or Call of Duty, unsurprisingly absent. That's disappointing, but Nintendo's own lineup of first-party games has been stunning. Breath of the Wild and Super Mario Odyssey were undoubtedly two of the best games released in 2017, and both gorgeous despite the weaker machine. With Super Smash Bros. Ultimate on the horizon for later this year, and Metroid Prime, Luigi's Mansion, Fire Emblem, Animal Crossing, and Pokémon all slated for 2019, the Switch's amazing first-party support shows no signs of slowing down. There's an impressive multiplayer lineup with Splatoon 2, Mario Tennis Aces, and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe too, but the Switch basically has no built-in voice chat. In first-party games, you're forced to use the incredibly inconvenient Nintendo app on your phone, but then Fortnite allows you to plug in any third-party headset and chat away, which makes Nintendo's decision even more baffling and frustrating. Despite the fantastic and still growing library of games, it's impossible to ignore that the Switch is missing many basic console features. Things like an internet browser, achievements, home menu customization, or any video streaming apps beyond Hulu. Their absence doesn't make me enjoy playing Zelda on the train any less, but it is notable when compared to its competitors. The new online service is similarly pared down, but costs a third of Xbox Live Gold and PS Plus, as it simply isn't trying to offer what those services do. For $20 a year, you get cloud saves and the ability to play multiplayer games online, both of which thankfully work great. You don't get extras like free modern games, but you do get a selection of old NES games alongside some other goodies like in-game cosmetics and the promise of future discounts. A year and a half after release, the Nintendo Switch has delivered on its initial promise of playing high-quality games both at home and on the go. It just hasn't gone much farther than that. The Switch doesn't have all the bells and whistles people have come to expect from a console, but that doesn't stop it from being a disruptively good gaming machine with one of the best game libraries around.